Did you know that cornflakes were invented by accident? Such accidents happen all the time. And some of history's greatest innovators have been quick to take advantage. Our cover story is reported by Martha Teichner.
Nothing like starting off with a bang. In 1867, Alfred Nobel accidentally discovered dynamite after putting a popular but flammable salve on a cut finger. Call it serendipity. Rubber, indispensable today. Before Charles Goodyear mixed it with sulfur and accidentally dropped it on a hot stove, it was a smelly, unreliable mess. Again, serendipity. From the X-ray to X-Lax, nylon to NutraSweet, penicillin to the popsicle, Velcro to Viagra. The list of serendipity stories is as long as the history of discovery.
Serendipity refers to looking for one thing and stumbling over something else that proves to be of greater value.
Radiologist Dr. Morton Myers accidentally figured out how stomach cancer metastasizes by watching where dye he injected for X-rays would spread and then collect. He's written Happy Accidents about serendipity in medicine. One of the happier accidents, Viagra, tested on patients with angina.
And the subjects reported that it really didn't affect their chest pain, but they were glad to report an unexpected finding.
They were all happy as could be.
They were very happy.
Rogaine was originally prescribed for hypertension. Who knew it grew hair?
What serendipity means is misadventure, an inadvertent observation, a happenstance that a sharp, open mind can exploit to find its true benefit.
In other words, having the brains to recognize an aha moment. Dr. Don Ingber did. He's a cell biologist at Harvard and Boston Children's Hospital. It happened when he was an undergraduate at Yale.
I remember seeing students walking around the campus who were holding sculptures that were made out of cardboard that looked like jewels. And they looked very much like viruses to me in my textbooks.
So he talked his way into their art class and saw this. The sticks don't touch. Tension in the strings holds it together and gives it strength, no matter what you do to it.
The professor would talk and let go, and it would be flat, and it would bounce up, and it would be flat, and it would bounce up high in the air and come back down.
Exactly like the cells he was culturing in a science class.
So they attach to the dish, they pull themselves out against it, they spread flat, and when you want to remove them, you clip the resistance site, and they spring back, and they go from flat to round and bounce off just like this toy.
Serendipity. Ingber's entire career predicting cell behavior has been built on that chance observation. My favorite serendipity story, for obvious reasons, Post-it notes. In 1968, a scientist at 3M made an adhesive that wasn't sticky enough. Eventually, somebody else at 3M thought maybe that adhesive would keep his bookmark from falling out of his hymnal at church. 1,000 Post-it products later, a world without them seems inconceivable. After the fact, serendipity seems so obvious. If there ever was a place literally in the serendipity business, the MIT Media Lab is it.
The whole idea is to bring together people with vastly different backgrounds, artists, scientists, engineers, designers, biologists, have them interact in an open, play-like environment to experiment, not to be afraid of failure, and to build. Serendipity is mandatory. It's not a luxury.
But it can be fun. Yes, silly putty. During World War II, GE tried to make synthetic rubber. It failed. Look at this stuff. Nobody could figure out what to do with it until a marketing genius put it in a little plastic egg and sold it as a novelty toy.
It's silly putty time.
More than 300 million little eggs have been sold. Wow! Here's the best part. When Silly Putty turned 50 in the year 2000, it got the white glove treatment as it was solemnly installed in the Smithsonian Institution. Serendipity enshrined.